710 ESPN Seattle presents Brock and Salk's Wrap-Up.
Powered by the law offices of Heidi Hunt.
Every year it seems the Seahawks make at least one surprise cut. We'll tell you at least two options for that cut this year. Next. So the Seahawks are going to have to go from 80 down to 53 in their roster after Friday night's game, Brock, so next week. And usually to do that, there's a lot of names you've never heard of, but there's usually one or two you have.
Exactly right. And I think over the last few years there have been some veterans, and we've seen those moves made. TJ Houshmandzadeh, probably the biggest of those here in recent memory. And these two players are not veteran players. They're not long-tenured players. In fact, one of them was just a second-round pick 2 years ago. But I think Golden Tate and Justin Forsett are going to be very, very close to their cell phones this weekend, wondering exactly what's going to transpire, as this team does have some difficult decisions to make, starting with those two in particular.
Yeah, if I'm Golden Tate, I'm very worried. Number 60 pick in the second round just a year ago, but he's never really been productive in a game, sat out, was unavailable, not on the active roster for many of the games last year, had the terrible interception bounce off his hands in the preseason game this year, pulled from a preseason game? I mean, as a guy who's trying to make a roster, pulled from a preseason game and then barely gets back out there for game number 3. He really only touched the ball the one time on the end around, which went nowhere. If I'm Golden Tate and I've seen Doug Baldwin do everything he's done, I'm very concerned about the future I have with the Seahawks.
And I think those two are in very different boats. I think Justin Forsett's done everything the right way. There's no level of entitlement. He works religiously. He practices. He trains. It's not a matter of his off the field or his level of work ethic. It's just, where does he fit? Leon Washington got the 3-year deal. You know Leon will be here. You know Marshawn will be here. So for a guy that has a very similar skill set to Leon Washington and Justin Forsett, will they keep two guys like me? Or Clinton Portis is in for a look. How about all these other teams that cut 27 guys per team? Is there another running back out there that offers a differing style to bring into the mix as well?
Maybe like Thomas Clayton, who's done some pretty good things in a limited role with the Seahawks this preseason. Dude separated DJ Williams' shoulder just by lowering the boom into him the other day in that third preseason game. So a lot of tough decisions ahead for Pete Carroll and John Schneider.